Hello, in this video we are going to add the animations to the player. So currently when we are trying to move it in the last video that we did, you can move it in all directions. But you can notice it's a very bit like it's very fast. So we have to decrease the character speed. So we click on the character, decrease the speed, 2.5 I find it good, run it and see how it looks like. So yeah, this is easier for the eye to track. Now, let's add the animations. Now, first thing we are going to go to the assets and create new folder called animations. Now, inside of animations, we are going to create folder called the players and another folder, create a clip animation controller here for the player that we are gonna call player controller. Now, attach this player controller to the player art here by dragging and dropping it. Now, when we go down, here we have the walk animations, the leg walk down, left and right and up. Now let's choose the down, right click, create animation. Wait, not this. Create animation clip, and we're gonna call it idle down. Similarly for left, idle left and right, idle right. Now last is the up, idle up. Now let's create the walking animations. Similarly, walk down, walk left, I'm choosing multiple by clicking on the shift, create animation clip, walk right and then walk up. Now I'm going to drag all of these, cut them, put them inside players. Now we have our animations, and when we go to the window of animations by going to window animation, you can see that it's all there when you go over them like this. Okay, so far so good. We have the animations, we have the controller. Now let's go to the controller, double click it, and let's start adding our animations. So we are gonna have two states. One is idle from blend tree. Okay, blend tree means multiple animation in one, and we're gonna handle the transition between them. So idle, and then other, wait, not state, blend tree, and we're gonna call it walk. Yes. Now from idle to walk and back from walk to idle, depending on three values. So we're gonna add the parameter of first the move x. What is this? Let's delete this one, we don't need. Okay. Move x, float, move y, and the speed, which is gonna be also float, speed. Now it's gonna move from idle to, by default it's idle, but from idle to walk, remove the exit time, add condition, from idle when its speed is greater than 0, from idle to walk, and it's gonna go back to the from walk to idle when speed is less than 0, or less than or equal to 0, so 0.1. Okay, and when it's greater than 0.1. Okay, like this. Now when we double click the idle, we can add the motions in here. Let's add them as 2D freeform Cartesian. Choose the parameters of move x and move y to determine which motion is going to be selected depending on these two values. And we're going to add 4 motions for all 4 directions. So let's start. We are in the idle, as you can see here. So idle down, idle left, right, and up. Now we're gonna move from when its position x is 0, then and the position y is -1, we're gonna go to idle down. Now when position x is left, we want the idle left, so position x is equal to -1. Now idle right is gonna be 1, and the idle up is gonna be 0 by 1 in the position of y. So now let's check it in game, save first, and let's test it in game. When you go to play, keep the animator window. Okay, animator window. Now when we have move x 1, it's gonna transfer directly to here. When it's 1 on the x, 1 on the y, 0 on the x, then it's gonna be up. When it's -1, it's gonna be down. When it's -1 here and 0 here, it's gonna be left, which is perfect. These values we will be controlling by script shortly now. Okay, now let's go ahead to the walking animation. Now double click the walking animation. Similarly, we can add the 2D Cartesian freeform. Then add the parameter of move x and move y with 4 motions. Now walk down, walk left, walk right, and walk up. Now walk down, when position x is, walk down means 0 by -1, left -1 by 0, right 1 by 0, up 0 1, like this. Save it, and let's also test it in the game before we start scripting. Now as you can see here, wait, here's our player in the animator. When he has speed, for example 1, but we are moving in the y1 means up, walking animation. Now we need to loop the animation. You can see he plays it once only. So how to do this? We need to select all the animations except this, the player controller, click loop time, and hit save. Let's test it again. Now he should be moving up. Now as you can see, he's moving up. Similarly, you can move it down or move it on the X, means left, right I mean, then left. All directions. Now you can notice the move speed is a little bit fast. So how to decrease the speed of this? So we are simply gonna go to the blend tree, and you can set here the motion speed or the animation speed. So let's go and put it all 0.5, the half. Similarly for the walk down in the idle doesn't matter because it's idle animation, only 1 frame, so no need to edit the idle. Okay, now we have our animator ready. Now we are going to make the script. So the script will be like this. In the character movement, it's going to be like this. The animator, we have referenced the animator. Then we need the last move direction, which is vector2.0. Now the move character RB, we're gonna edit it a little. To first make the direction move direction, I named this direction to move direction, and we're gonna normalize it. Why normalize? Means when we go diagonal, it should have the same speed as going up, down, or left or right. So that's why we normalize it, to always have the magnitude of 1. Now, the linear velocity, this is from previous script for movement. Now, animate only when it has animator component. You can see here that we are checking if the animator is not equal to null, because as we said, this character movement can be attached to multiple characters, not necessarily a player character. So and some of them may not have an animation, for example. So we want to check if he has the animator script attached first. Then we're gonna set float of the speed to the move direction magnitude, and set float of move x to the move direction x, move y to the y. Now this will work mostly because look, if we comment this part, save it, and go to the Unity. Now when we hit play, it will work like this. But as you see, it doesn't save the last direction he headed to. So it will always go down when idle. So to fix this, I added this script over here that says if move direction dot magnitude is not equal to 0, means he is moving, then the last move direction is gonna be the move direction, so don't change anything. Or we can just say, yeah, then if the animator set float move x, we're gonna set it to the move direction x and y, so it will to persist the latest direction. So as you can see, last move direction, we're saving it as global variable, like this, and it will work. Also, don't forget to go to the Unity, and to make the animation smoother, go to the animator, and as you see transitions here, you need to set the transition to equal duration to be 0 for both of these, so they can transition faster between idle and walk. It will be much smoother. I reset these variables also to their original values, and let's start the game and see how it will work. Now as you can see, the player can move in all directions very smoothly and cool. Yeah, so see you in the next video.